Okay, hey YouTube, Major Sporto here, and tonight we're going to work with a 60 pin connector that's very common in the Ford ECCs for many different vehicles, but this one's from a Mustang. The first thing we do is we identify pin 1, which is typically marked by the power wire that goes to the battery, and I mark that with a number 1. All right, 60 pins, starting 1, 10 to 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. All right, now to take these apart, we usually have this little cover on it. You can usually just kind of work it off with your fingers. All right, just take it off, set it aside. Don't worry about this bolt. This is what holds the connection into the computer, but it has nothing to do with what we're doing here. The next step is to remove this red connector. This one was out, so this will be flush when you start working on it. But basically what you do is you take a little screwdriver, start popping it up back and forth. You can see that one starting to come up. Got it. Okay. And then you take your needle nose and just kind of work this thing back and forth. See how I have it there? And so I get you to show a picture here. Okay. And then once you get that far, you can usually just kind of work it out with your fingers. This one's tight. There we go. Back and forth, back and forth. And there you go. It's out. Alright, so you set that aside. Now in this case, we want to remove pin 31, which is one of the connections to the emissions. So starting at 1, 20, 31. Now how do I remove this pin or this connection? Is take your little screwdriver, slide it down along the connector. There's a little plastic tab in there, and then holding that tab, pull the wire out from the back. Okay, takes practice, but that's how it's done. You can also just cut this wire off, but you don't want to have all these bare connections and stuff. You want a clean install. Again, take the small little tip of your screwdriver, run it down along the connector. You'll feel a little tab, reach from behind, and you can pull the wire out. Okay, I'm not going to do that on these. Just for the tip, for the emissions, it's pin 31, 32, 33, 38, and I've taken the other ones out already. All right, so that was just a quick how-to on the 60 pin connector. I'll be posting more videos as I start to do this harness as a standalone. All right, thanks and have a good night.